They didn't think about bias regulation. Zener string. I was going to suggest that, but we were held bent to using the wrong bias supply. You did the right thing anyway. So, Steve, I imagine you're hearing Chris quite well. He's probably knocking them over.
Oh, yeah, no, he sounds the bald, as we say up here in New England. Sounds good, Chris. Haven't talked to you for a while. Heard it sounded good. And I just here on the Flex after having a crop out, trying to reset profiles and all of that. But we're sitting here waiting for the cabinet man or someone like him. And Tim, I'd be happy with the trailer trash cabinetry, but you know, we have to do what we have to do sometimes. Anyways, continue on. I'm sure I'm going to be playing here all night because basically I feel like I got a new radio. 71 TAV. Go ahead, Chris.
Well, it sounds really good, and you're a good 20, 25 over on a slightly stingy meter, so no problem with that. Well, I'm running a famous or infamous transmitter. This is the Empire Buster. This was Herb W2JBL's Johnson Kilowatt.
Sounds good. KC2 CWM.
I think it is KC2 CWM. Yeah, hang on a second. I'm trying to find out where this hum is coming from, somewhere in my audio chain. So, I don't know. Yeah, Tim, the thing is, a couple of things I've noticed. It's much happier with a higher idling current. I lose a little bit of modulator power, but it seems like about 75, 80 mils is happy. And the sweet spot seems to be around 2,000 or 2,100 volts, around that range. It seems to work best. I've had it up to 2,500, and I've had it down below that. Let me ask you something, though. If you remember, and this is something I'm going to pull the RF deck out and have a look at it. It looks like the variable loading condenser tunes ass backwards. Does that sound right?
How so?
Well, if I turn it clockwise, it acts like I have more condensity, and if I turn it counterclockwise, it acts like it has less condensity. The other thing I notice is that the fixed loading switch is in position number 3. I'm suspecting those doorknobs are puked.
Yeah, probably. I'll have to look at mine and see what's what. You may have to reposition the knob, because I always get that confused, you know. It's 0 to 100. Now, I always related that as the amount of capacity, like 100 would be full mesh on the loading condenser, and 0 would be minimum mesh. So obviously, latest loading is at 100, and as you decrease the capacity, of course, the plate comfort comes up. But then again, I understand it's a way other people look at it is 100% would be the top of the band, and 0 would be at the bottom, so to speak, or shall I? You know, they would say, well, loading. Well, 100% loading would be minimal capacity. Maximum loading would be 0. So it's like this. You know, it's a matter of semantics here.
Well, my twisted brain sees it as 0 is fully meshed and 100 is fully unmeshed, and that's the way it is on my Viking too. This is different. Well, I can see in there with a flashlight. I'll have to take a look, but I want to get in and look at those doorknobs anyways. I think something is amiss with those things. That's what they're using for fixed loading, and that's not cool. So those things aren't meant for current. They're meant to handle high voltage. So I would put something. I'd put some mica bathtubs or something like that in there for the first two positions. I think I don't know if Steve stood by or yeah, he was waiting for somebody. And get it out to Rich. Rich, where are you located? As I forget, KC2 CWM, the group W2JBL. Oh, hey, Perry, I didn't know you're still there.
Yeah, okay, hello, Perry and Chris. Yeah, I'm on Long Island. We spoke once or twice way back when, and I always get a kick out of listening to you because you're always playing guitar, and that's always good. I think that's good. And down here on Long Island, my brother is in a working Allman Brothers cover band. It's called Mountain Jam Orchestra, and I think we spoke about that. But they're doing pretty good. They're having a ball. And they're just trying to get the bigger following and try to make more money as they go out on some of these gigs. But if you ever get a chance, you would love to Google them, and you'll get to see they got some YouTube videos and stuff, and they do it very well. That's their goal. They've been doing it for 30 years, for Christ's sake. So, but they do it very well. So you would enjoy that. But anyway, this is Richie down on Long Island, KC2 CWM on the old Viking 1. Hopefully it's sounding okay.
What's the name of your brother's band again?
Mountain Jam Orchestra. And I guess they got that from, the Mountain Jam they used to do up, they still do it every year, I think, up there, upstate New York somewhere.
Oh, I'll have to check that out, definitely. Yeah, we did have that conversation. That was my high school band. We were an Allman Brothers cover band. I don't think we ever played many gigs, like that. But it was a lot of fun, and I still remember all that stuff. I still play Stormy Monday and live at the Fillmore. I could probably sit down and play through that whole thing pretty well note for note, and at least the blues numbers to this day. I still play a couple of those tunes, like I had said. Yeah, keeps my mind active and my fingers tied in knots. So that's cool. Yeah, I never had a Viking 1. In some respects, I'd probably rather have that than the Viking 2 that I have. Those are the 4D32. It's a very rugged setup. Who knows? Oh God, that reminds me. I got an email from a listener on here from when I was on yesterday of apparently a large lot of, I guess it's an estate of ham radio equipment in southern New Jersey. I got to call that guy back. It's a bit of a drive, but I'll see what he's got.
Why, certainly. Why not? Especially if there's a third of it thrown in for free. Sometimes that's good. Yeah, just take that with you. Yeah, buddy. And I hear Tim out there sounding pretty good. And I don't know who else. But anyway, I just got in. Well, actually, I've been in a while, but I've been troubleshooting my laundry dryer since Sunday. And I determined that it was the solenoids on the gas valve, but intermittently, which is weird. It would go through the first half an hour cycles fine, but I think when the coil was getting hot, it just would not start the unit wouldn't start. It's a whole chain reaction. Everything's in series, and this has got to work before that works, and But anyway, I threw the solenoids in there, and she looks like she's percolating. So it went for quite a while, and it didn't quit on me. So I just saved myself for I don't know, $20, opposed to a new dryer, which could be, I don't know, $6.
Yeah. For future reference, if you get stuck with appliances, Brent, W1IA, worked for GE Appliance Services. I use a master technician or a boss, I think, for 20-odd years. He's helped me out with stuff in the past. It's good you got it going. Last time I had a dryer crap out, mine are electric. The heating element was bad. Got one on Amazon for $20 and down the road.
Yeah, it's a shame. I gotta laugh, because, if it was any other household, a guy like not me, myself, it would have been to the curb. And they would have bought a new one, And it's just not in me, I gotta figure it out, I'm very stubborn that way.
Oh yeah, well my father was among several careers. One of his next to last career, he was an industrial arts teacher. Metals, small engines, woodworking, printing. He did it all. And me and my brother, well, we had no choice. We had to learn how to do anything and everything, and it paid off.
Yeah. Even if, like, my dad didn't really sit by and force it upon me. I just seen him do it all the time. But he was an oil burner technician, mechanic, you know, and he just did everything too, you know. So it runs in the family. Carry on, KC2 CWM.
Well, thanks, Perry. I'll have to look. I forget the address of your YouTube channel. But just one quick question. If you're listening with good hi-fi equipment, do you hear the hum on my audio? Yeah, I can see it on the scope. And it's not the transmitter. It's coming out of my audio chain, which definitely should not have a hum. So I got to look into that. But it's a couple of % on the scope. Anyway, yeah, we'll see you all later. Appreciate the report, and I'll have to take a listen up there. Just what's the name of the channel again? All right. Well, I got to get some lunch. I usually it's odd, but I eat lunch at the end of the day. I don't break for lunch when I'm working all day. I eat breakfast and then I go straight through 6, 7, 8 hours, and then get lunch, and then dinner comes after an appropriate amount of beer is consumed about 10 o'clock. So we'll see you all later. Thanks for the reports. Appreciate it. I'm loving this thing. It's an appliance. Especially Tim, the Peter Dahl plate transformer, and even the mod transformer. When I sign off, I'll turn this thing, shut it down. That plate transformer is cold to the touch. It's not even warm. It's still cold. So I'm kind of liking that. So Tim, up to you. Pass it around, and we'll see you all a little bit later. I don't know if I'm going to come back. I'll probably be up on 6 tonight. I'm going to try to break into the AM net on 50.4 tonight. WA1HLR and the crew, W2JBL.